Next-gen Tesla EV facial recognition tech revealed shortly. Your Tesla may be able to recognize you and adjust various settings such as seat position, climate control, and audio settings based on your preset preferences. The system needs to go a step further and be able to detect when a driver is having a medical emergency, contact the appropriate authorities, and even self-drive to a hospital. You must be thinking, how Tesla will be able for facial recognition? For what purpose this kind of feature is introduced in Tesla? What are the more recent features introduced in Tesla? Answers to all the questions popping up in your minds related to Tesla's new features are in this video. But before starting the video, if you are new to our channel, do subscribe and also hit the bell icon so you will never miss an update in the future. As you likely know, Tesla's current line of vehicles includes cabin cameras, and these cabin cameras are used to make sure that the driver is paying attention to the road while autopilot is engaged. But it appears like Tesla could soon use this cabin camera for much more. This Tesla patent application was recently published and describes using facial and spatial recognition technology to not only recognize who is driving the vehicle and adjust the settings to match that driver's preference, but also to automatically adjust other vehicle settings that may be affected by those preferences. And this system will account for, quote, different physical body sizes or shapes, end quote, and adjust, for example, HVAC airflow direction and audio settings to best suit the driver, taking driver profiles to a whole new level. Now, before I dive into the specifics of this new technology, if facial recognition technology bothers you, the Tesla Model 3 owner's manual makes it very clear right now that Tesla is not currently performing facial recognition via the cabin camera. Additionally, if that happens, Tesla will move to facial recognition technology with in-cabin cameras in the future, as described in this patent application, similar to the strict safeguards and guidelines we have in place when handling video and images from current cabin cameras and other cameras installed in vehicles. We will have very strict safeguards in place when it comes to this information. I will be taking lessons. For example, the Model 3's owner's manual states that by default, images and video from the camera are not sent from the vehicle itself or to third parties, including Tesla, unless you enable data sharing. When you enable data sharing and a critical event such as a collision occurs, Model 3 will share short video clips from its cabin camera with Tesla. This will help develop future safety improvements and continuously improve the intelligence of cabin camera-based functions. Data may also be shared if it is necessary to diagnose the functionality of your vehicle camera. Cabin camera does not perform facial recognition or other identity verification methods to protect your privacy. Cabin camera data is not tied to a vehicle identification number. Therefore, if Tesla introduces such facial recognition technology, it is again very likely that it will give drivers control and be able to turn this technology off or on by default if they wish to use these features. It appears that facial recognition is activated as soon as the vehicle door is opened and can identify the person driving the vehicle based on a pre-configured profile. Various preferences can be automatically set depending on the person driving the vehicle, such as the position of the driver's seat and vehicle mirrors, heating and cooling preferences, and driving mode preferences. However, beyond recognizing who's driving the vehicle and setting basic presets that were determined beforehand, Tesla's system is going to apparently be much smarter than that. And it should be able to adjust various settings like the audio settings and the HVAC settings based on the body shape and size of who's driving the vehicle, and also the position of the seat to maximize the way the HVAC air is flowing, and also the immersive sound of the audio system. Beyond driver comfort, though, this technology could also lead to more efficient use of energy by directing, for example, HVAC vents only where needed. This would likely take into account number of passengers, their location, and in addition, the system could also be equipped with a thermal sensor that would be able to direct, for example, cool air in the direction where detected hotspots are in the vehicle. I don't know of any other vehicle that has this kind of technology that can actually detect hotspots inside the car and deliver air directly to cool those hotspots. This not only makes the cabin temperature more stable and more comfortable, but also saves energy as well as blowing cooler air into already cold areas. Not only does this technology allow vehicles to recognize users, but the patent application also describes how the car will greet users when they enter the vehicle. For example, if your name is John, the system will say things like "Hello, John" when you get into your car, and it will also adjust the various settings I mentioned earlier. It seems that this technology also allows the car to know how much time has passed since you drove the car. So if it has been a while since you drove the car, this simple greeting can be changed to something like Bella. It seems that it will change. "Hello, Bella. I'm glad to see you again after a long time." Since this patent application describes an automatic tracking feature, I would like to explain in a little more detail how this technology can be applied to a vehicle's HVAC system. This system will be able to adjust her HVAC airflow in real time or near real time based on the vehicle occupant's location. For example, on a cold day, a driver might want to blow warm air directly onto the vehicle by moving the seat slightly forward or backward, or by changing the angle of the driver's body. As far as I know, such a system would be able to detect and track the driver's movements and direct airflow towards the driver. This car tracking technology can also be applied to the car's audio system, which can be adjusted to the position of the occupants in the car, thus getting the best sound out of the audio system. The uses for this technology that we've discussed so far can be categorized into the nice-to-have section. While these features are not necessarily necessary, while improving passenger comfort, the next use of this technology could be very important and could save lives. Using this technology, the car should be able to detect when a driver has a medical emergency and either notify the proper emergency personnel, or in the future, the car may even be able to autonomously drive to a medical facility. When it comes to how this would work, the car will be able to detect when a driver's state deviates from their normal state. This, I assume, would include, for example, a driver passing out or falling asleep while driving, and based on what is described here will also apply when a crash is detected. When such a state is detected, the car would send an audible alert, like "Are you okay, or shall I alert emergency services?" And if the driver doesn't respond, then a health emergency alert would be sent to the proper medical emergency center. Beyond just sending out a medical alert, which is a great feature in the future when Tesla's vehicles have regulators' approval to drive autonomously on roads. The vehicle will be able to drive itself if certain conditions are in place directly to a medical facility in the event of a medical emergency. For example, in this patent application, it's described that when the emergency system is activated, the car will be able to send a self-diagnostic test start signal to an onboard diagnostic system to determine whether or not the car has been damaged, for example, an accident, and determine if the car is still able to drive. If the car is not able to be driven, the medical emergency alert is sent and the car remains parked. But if the car can be driven and the driver is unresponsive, the car would be able to drive itself directly to the hospital or medical center. Once again, this kind of autonomous feature will require regulatory approval beyond just a level 2 classification of Tesla's current system that requires an attentive, active driver to be in the driver's seat paying attention. But this could be a very exciting future feature that could save a lot of lives. With all that being said, there are quite a few possibilities with facial recognition technology that Tesla could implement in the future, and really what's described in this patent application, I believe it is just the start. What do you think about this technology? What do you think about that? Will it be used in Tesla's future vehicles? Do you use it, or are you afraid of using facial recognition technology in your vehicle? If you liked the video, don't forget to give our video a thumbs up. This keeps us motivated to make such informative videos for all of you.